As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progressed on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progressed on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path.
Oi sanje nyemba jeje par sanje namla jasanje jeda sanje semba ye sola dejen jasanje jeda manje deje sanje tone jebada sanje sembe la baila deda reyene baila degen ola bindendo sanje zene jeje degen dona la baila ramba yendo la baila.
In the Buddha, the Dharma, and Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mothers, sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mothers, sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Okay, now page 39, the right Tara text.
So this is the scriptures that we will be practicing today.
the Sarpo Meba to Sola Yandra Hendo, Yamli Sitang Kola, the Esatesa, Tampochu Lamna.
So the most important thing is practice, and so we need some explanation wherever there's some sort of confusion to make it clear as how we can practice it well.
Kitang di drip tap the Sarvonda Ochi Yori. Yena Yang and some Nyamling Tang Chindo, the Chala Chalamandrona. Some Natson Namju the Chipohi Jojana Yang, Kotsu the Hamawa, the son, Samsung, Kawando, Hakumadwa. Nyamling Tang Chindo Chala Chalandrona Yang. The Sarkangaran Sapo Machawa, the Sutin, Manyamlin Silete, Levion Grava. And the Senayan Samson, the Pinto Chivando Yongdo.
So the teaching and the practice, the actual practice, needs to go side by side, because sometimes when we practice, that there are things that still not that clear. So going by teaching along with the practice serves best purposes.
Tatela Thoma de Namo Sanje Chukum Jumdima, Dando Jam Chisanjo Semji Dos, Signite, Tina Tanata Jam Roda, Semji, Nindu de Otanjere de Oro.
And judges, logical.
The Thoma Signidua, Jam Roda, Jabsun Roda, Semji Bag God, the Nidina and the Sandeva.
So in the first two lines, it is about taking refugees and then generating bodhicittas.
So, Nyamni Kandaji Yenaya, the Thoma Jamro Ningozo, Tijila Semji, Kandaji, Koram, Kandaji Sena Yonga.
So for any practice, the first thing is take refugees, and then followed by generating bodhicittas.
Te kareresena ngatso nangbala shukdune thoma jamri domba shana. Jamri domba shuchana tene nga nangba yinsen, nangba gonda wate jamro rawa.
In Buddhism, taking refugees is very important. It is the one of the most important instances of Tibetan Buddhism, so it's very significant.
Jamro domba mayuna nangba yins nangba chagayo mare.
If we do not take refugees, then it's difficult to say that we are Buddhist. So in Buddhist, to take refugee is one of the main things.
Take kararisena matsuta nyamni sijute pe te dongar ta kangar to sole dorbaga chedrwa tani tendu ngone 다 양답하게 동화당 강을 좋아대 산제지고 그때 남가대 공유를 든들이 간에서는 동화를 강을 좋거나 뒤지었던 것이고 여러 봐 뒤지었다 산제 denchine ta sanje sudi nyumon batara sama sangsawa dendeji chaga yoro te ngone ta jap ta tupan ro te sanje chaga yore ma to yinso kangyan chaga yo mare.
So the main purpose of practice religion is to overcome suffering and obstacles that we face in our life. And so in doing that, we take refugees in Buddha, because Buddha is the one who is omniscient, who is the enlightened being, and who has been liberated.
Tani train rawana chamrogana tane zo drama karmo sanje tani semeba drama karmo japsun roksi yon rawa te tere kangtana yang drama yang sanje ko kompanto sanje seba te karste goro chik ta thok ke Then Tambak Dimbaji, the Nichilang, Mundi Yorba, then to Dorma in a young Sanjay compound top Simbari, then to Das Namba Mandavari Matoka, Nangachi, even think a chat and Ravanda or Chadi or then to Tata Kapseno, Zo, Sanjay Samdravate, Dromandos and the Niti Jobs and Yorba.
So today we are going to take refugees in Tara, and Tara is another form of Bodhisattva or Buddhas in a different forms, and Buddha is the enlightened being, and the Tara is equivalent or a different form of Buddhahood who has attained all the who has attained that Buddhahood and that enlightenment. So it is the Tara in which to which we will be taking refugees.
Kararesina yin tamchi su yina yang New Mombasa yo marwa. New Mombasa maze chadu ngazo kanga te New Mombasa latina. New Mombasa driver ndawa jiri. Te tawarsi baga tap thinking te se chawa. Korana ti chik junga sina nyamyong yo dewa tanda chik yin go yo re. Te sanje chik bodhi chaga yo re. Yin chik tin ti ganga chik ta top chimbo ta nepa chibo nekam ka. Tendaka la tang to chisina tengone ngarang so donga le trowa sipa ke chap te cha to yo maris yare.
So Buddha or Tara is the one who has enlightened him or herself from any sorts of ignorance, and so the yanja ji so much the last
ta chamne chap hyusa den tatopate sanje kona re te karare sina te kona pa nyumon ba se chawarwa ngachu kanga te nyumon ba ke so yorwa.
So our problems are and our the problems that we face are caused by our own ignorance, and the Buddha to whom we seek our refugee is the one who has already get rid of all those ignorance and attain those enlightenment, the ultimate enlightenment.
Matsuti jase lalen sobdumak pechayona jase lalen nantana ti number dumba te jamro kola song yori that jase lalen ayuna jase lalen 37 bodhisattvas practice. You have the number 7, you look 7 verse. If you have number 7.
Number 7 brain spread?
No. 37 Bodhisattva verses.
Oh, the 7 Bodhisattva verses. 37. Yeah. Oh, we have a book. Yes.
Okay. That's to talk about taking the refugee vow.
All the way in the back.
Number 7. Yeah. Why we need to take refuge in Buddha, not other powerful gods. Here, you read this verse number 7. What worldly gods themselves also bound and person of secular existence are able to protect others. Therefore, when refuge is sought, taking refuge and what is that? What?
Triple gems.
And receiving triple gem as the Bodhisattva's practice. Okay, that's why we taking refuge in Buddha. Okay. Then 산제를 잡순로도 산제가 가서 가족 잡으려고 요구했으나 대 말해봐. 산제가 가서 남가 된 거요. 남가 된 거요. 산제가 가족 잡으려고 요 말해봐.
When we seek refuges in Buddha, it does not mean that the Buddha will solve our problems and solve our problems and help us out right away in that way. The main thing is that Buddha is going to show us the path and the way to enlightenment.
네, 고동할 자료한테 나랑주 산지가 송반나 인양len세네. 드니 고동할 탈고 요로.
So with his path, that the Buddha will show the path, and it is through our practice that we will be able to liberate ourselves from the existence of suffering, from the sufferings.
대인도 당아 종문에 세나 산지가 송부 추대냐면서는 드니 동안 탐제를 탈고 요로.
So it is the practice of Buddha's Dhamma, and then through that we will be able to liberate ourselves from the sufferings.
Then 산지가 추서는 배 자체 버렸다 간다냐면서 고요래서는 자체나 양 님포 도동라고 돼. 산적심 대자가 요래. 산대 추 탐제가 님보다 산적 삼반년지 산적심도 자요로.
So when we talk about Buddha's Dhamma, it's a very vast, expansive. So, but the instance of Buddha Dhamma practice is the bodhicitta, generating bodhicitta.
대 삼바다 년지, 드니 산적심 티콜라 자야 티콜라 냐면서는 산자가 추차만 냐면서 돼요.
So when we practice compassion, kindness, and altruism, and that is the practice of Buddha's teachings.
대선나 대 잠로기지라 샘지 용어도와 잠로 샘지라고도와 대선나 샘지스 그 중심 때려와.
So first there's this seeking refuge, and then the second there's this generating bodhicitta, and that's what it is.
대 샘지스 주대 란도 가르쳐 와서 인도 가르쳐 와서 저 던지라 라고 요러와.
Generating bodhicitta mainly means avoiding being less selfless, be selfless, and help others, and putting others before self.
얘는 대라비아라 레라오지 요 말이 가르르스는 가서 빼 요런 보텔라 랑 진진들 검대요라와.
But this teaching, and as well as the practice of such a selfless act, is not an easy thing, because we are being bound by our own selfish things and our egos, and so it's not an easy thing that we can put into practice.
이나 양코 랍네 장와이나 용야요데 바지
But it is possible through teaching and practice, and it's definitely doable through practice and teaching and implementing it.
이 산조셈 yinping lo de su jebe ge tap chi ram da mang bu yo ra ba ma zo ta jebe tap ro se nan ra jigla de ro sin chi tham je phama se ma nyong wa me ba de ko la de phama se ba kap se na chama train chin bo yen ba teni di phama se ben ro sin chin to so ta pe ta ta donga dang ka nga mang bo chen na na yo ba den ko la so ngo do wa ngon do chi to so de tam je samba nyen je san jok sem je ba tap ba.
Even though generating bodhicitta is a very difficult task, but there are ways, methods, and tactics through which it is possible to generate bodhicitta, such as imagining and thinking that all sentient beings have been your own mothers at one point of times. And so, through such generations of through such thinking, generating bodhicitta or altruistic motives is make possible.
Te tawa ke te yinping ke lo te je tena, ta ngarang sola che chu, ngone te rang ju le je de yor, pe ka chenpo ta pinto chenpo, tende je cha ke yor.
So altruism is the main thing, being selfless and being helpful and helping others. And it is through that we will be able to practice bodhicittas.
Tata nge di ngarang zola yinping samyen je sanjo sem jewe tap la yinba, tap. Tangune sen tap mare. Tengune te cha te tawa cha de yor ba. 동거 붙이네. 말한 파마세 마녀와 요 말에 파망문에 세요라 봐. 그 탑자 말에 탑세는 지 고란티 문에 멤버들라 인도도 스탑 로. 내가 고쳐요. 문에 돈다라 되니 된다 차가 요래. 삼노 약보당.
So even though we say that this is a method, a strategy, but in reality, it's not even a method or strategy. It has been the reality in the sense that everyone has been your parents at one point of time. So in real sense, it is also speaking to the truth of reality.
Tate yinpe jimtsi mangbo yore, sanje ke song yore. Yena ngarang krekwe che na yang che ya yo pare sanje ke song chi bola cha yo go yo mare töngu bo dan töngu do ma do sanje ke song yo re ngang ga la re se na cha yo go mare chang tak je sim jo se na jum sing do na tini yi chi se na cho go yo re song yo ra tin na yi phama yin pa te ro sen chi phama se yo pa sanje ke song yo sanje ke song re se na cha ma ya se na ya ta jum sing mang bo la te na ma chu drop to go yo re de.
So it is Buddha who preached or said that all sentient beings have been our parents at one point of time. However, it is not necessarily required to follow whatever the Buddha says, as Buddha made it very clear that as a followers you should investigate and study thoroughly before you come to your own conclusions. So it's not only Buddha's preaching or saying that sentient beings have been your parents at one point of time, but this claim can also be proven through logic and reasonings as well.
Ta kandusen haku yoresena jengni ngatso de namshi tele xiame ba. Nanshi tele xiame ba teni man tune teni jiwa zubo jiwa da go yo ba te ha go chana te pache ta drup tu go yore.
So
te ha go chana teni jiwa re la phama re yo ba de shigi do wa tende se teni ji ka go to go yore.
So one way of proving the life after death is that our consciousness never dies. and it lives on and continues. So when you understand that, it's kind of it's proof that there's life after death, because it lives on, continues, passes through the next bodies. And this understanding, believing in this theory is important because so far you might have been self-grasping, you might be been clinging to your own self, but understanding that we could be manifested in many births through countless time, and such an understanding would help us to expand our compassions, our kindness and altruism to others as well.
Verse 10.
So when you read the verse 10 of the 37th Bodhisattva practice, you will understand it. So I will read it. When mothers who have been kind to one since beginningless time are suffering, what's the use of one's own happiness? Therefore, generating the mind of enlightenment in order to liberate limitless sentient being is the Bodhisattva's practice.
Oh yeah, that did seem to go.
So thinking from a holistic view, thinking big when you are generating Bodhisattva or the mind of enlightenment is very important. The results and the benefit of our practice is also dependent on the bigness of or the vastness of our initial motives of the practice. So when we have a bigger motive, and then the benefits and the results that we gain from it is also equally bigger and vast. And
oh yeah, this and that jamro tan semjini sigubijum sin that derivate madilo yana the technique.
Also
jamro sin pejan ndena.
Ali dena yoro.
Oh, namo sanje jutso gung jomdema dan ro jamje sanju semji tos. That the jim sin sharing at that.
Yeah, so here we will recite the two verses that speaks to the need for seeking refuges in Buddha as well as generating Bodhisattvas.
Tati jitani ten mundu torma sagayor torma jetaya yongdo mundu torma sagayor tela tat jetan drupta 파치발라 양문주 돌마스와데 연거요래 도망호야제 다티 남주 다 돌마조 마히나야 티 칼라그릭스 줘봐 던드춘 데마춘초지나나 샴달라 그봐 티티 옹암 뱅가니타르다 홈페이지 테 짱마조악 상장 상스르데 짱마조 게자르바 the chotes authority the math caps then the senator the sangma zo senatang mune karazo yore sena ngarang choke ngupon zimbak siman zimbas yore ta karena dimba da ngupon ra ko tawaji yore wa Ngupun Zimba Gati Namto the Uni Zongte, then it's Antang Matar Yatan Dok, so at the Yongo Yorova. When I say not Ngupun Zimba and Sima, Namto de Pa, Te me Basena, Sang Senate Tendril, Tondang Mamat Tendril Yongo Yore.
So we have this initial or preliminary purification of Toma. Toma is Balto sculpture.
Tolma love you.
Okay, Tolma, and the main purpose of this practice is the initial Toma purification is that we all have a strong attachment, and it's so strong that we cannot get away from it, and so that there are things that we need to cleanse before any actual practice. And so this is the first, the preliminary practice of Toma purification.
Yeah, this is called preliminary Toma, right? We need once more Toma cake or any kind of food you can use, cookie or dry nuts. Put in the small plate. And say this mantra, Om Bengan, that's a home bed, that's timed with water. No, just teaching now. Sprinkle water with Toma. Okay. Then Sobawa should have saw them. Jangs. That Tombani la Jang Mari. Sobawas in the Watijilla. Jang Sena Tachutam Chek Rahi Rajin Tombani, but Titon tell Tesark. Telatine Titon Tingo Yore. Tena Hiji Hako Go Yore.
And Tombani Soimbe.
Tombani.
And this mantra needs to be recited as you make that initial Toma purification. And this mantra calls for try to sensitize us the nature of emptiness, and the true sense of religion is also emptiness.
The Garrison is not Tata Natsu Torman Hone, Pacho Teleche called Tobiayoba, Natsu Hone, College, Tobiayoba, Tso, Samate, Chutamji, Rai, Tombani, in Bejumsin Latine, Tendri Yonyayo de Bare. River? Tombani, my Natsu, Tata Kang, now at Dimbaina. As you take some case and I pinto your mother. Tata chick, Natsu Semji Sene, Moa Sene, Paso Telechic Tobia Yode Pataso, Sama, Jujin Timber Chutam Jagarai, Tony in Bakajum Sinatin, Tenderchi, younger Yorba. They ship a chet to the Om so Bavaswat, Tombani Gatonde, the Tinsondo, Sinandra, they think Yorba.
So this Om Sambhava mantra recitation is a way of understanding emptiness, because emptiness is so crucial, and the very foundation of Buddhist teaching is based on emptiness, such that everything is like there's nothing that we can attach to, and there's nothing that is originally created or formed. So everything is so dependent, and the understanding the nature of emptiness is a very important steps towards these practices.
Yeah, this mantra called emptiness mantra. That's reminding all phenomena by the empty. That's why we offer dharma that other beings receive. That's why everything's actually it's empty. If how to say it? That's why this work. Is it all is real? Then can't do these things. Doesn't change, you know. Every say and offer dharma that in the past impossible they have received. Everything is by natural, by the empty. Then anything is impossible. That's why here's on Sobhava, that's the reminding all phenomena empty by nature. Ludruk te song yoran papa ludruk. Kang la tongba ni rongwa. Tela jiang rongwan josi. Tongba ni yin na teni jiang yin yong si ge yore se ge yore. Kang si tong ni ma yin na. Kang si tong ni ma yin na. Kang la tongba ni ma rong na. Teni tela jiang rong ma josi. Tongba ni me na teni ten juwa ta ya la so ba yong ge yong ma re de. Ludruk te song yorwa. Tongba ni yinpa jimsinke, teni kare na nga zun jiwa taya, chu nyam len sen na zhengzhe toya yupa te, toni yinpa jimsin, chu tamche gara yin toni yinpa jimsin le teni yongpa yorwa. Kasi chu tamche gara yin toni ma yin, tata nga zun na wang da zu tenpa yin na, ten nga zu ji nyam len sen na ya, zhengzhe zun na yong ya yo ma re, ten tu song yu tong da.
So the practice of religion and our practice is made possible by the fact that all phenomena are empty, or because of the nature of emptiness, and when everything is permanent or and true, then there is nothing to practice. So, but the nature of the emptiness makes practice of the Dharma possible.
This na la gom na yang tambo om so ba sa ta yong ko yore ta to ni liang ma to ma hu na yang tambo te yong ko yore chu pa pu na yang tambo te yong ko yore chu tam je to ni be hi be jun sin ti te ni me ba ga jo ja na ta se yoro.
So whether it is Thoma purifications or whether it is doing a teachings or practicing, this is the initial stages of mantra recitations and making us aware the emptiness natures of realities.
Yeah, we generating the yidam's form. Before that, also have to say this mantra, Om Sobhava Shuddha Savadam. Before the Dharma offering, say this mantra. Because every time, first, they understood emptiness is very important. Visualizing deity's form for first have to dissolve all phenomena are empty. Within the empty, you have to do the visualize it, yadam's form. Not only you imagine that it's become empty. You have to understand the reality is empty. Whole phenomena empty by nature. You have to do these things. That's the foundation. Then you can do anything you practice. Okay, that's for Dharma. Om Benganitar Home purifying. Om Soba Shuddha Savadama Soba Shuddha Hang. That times understanding that everything's empty. Then within the empty, you have to visualize it like this. What is it? In a jewel vessel appeared the Dharma. Okay, yeah, here very clear. After that, then Dina Yin Gongorwa. Dina Yin Gong. Natsu Dharma te Chungchung Yin La Yang. Dita Komek Putin Zamri. Then Natsu Sim Ganani, the Mambo Jachimbo Gom to say Goyore.
So, even though Toma itself may be a small object, but when we meditate, we have to meditate on something very big and vast.
Tito Manhosa Yorte Sokyong Ne Ye Linchan Jumponhos Sokyong Senatape Sokyo So Yan Sam Je Teng Da Wo Tendric Sokyo La Yo Bagatanita, you like your dad to Soloco Yore, Sokyong Sena. Sokyong Sena Sokyo La Yo Bachi. Ne years in a Tayinjina Kanjo Mahi. Ne yete Kakari. Ne data Yibdas Kakari. Pena ne dasana, Naran so Desak and Kangbantala Yang Korang Dabos in Inji Yore. Ne dasin teri. Akosma. Yibdasina Naran so Desak Sachatel area. Area Lanko Danzi Simakate. Yolanda Hoji Yore. That's all allowed. Ne years in Tseking or Session Session. When it's in a ne data Yibdas Kari. Nella Dabodani dances into Nichitan, the local area, let it dances into Yibda, no, Tatsulo Goyore.
So, you will be turned to your guardians of all four directions and harmful spirits, and that is to abandon your the harmful intent, and with that you will accomplish benefit and happiness.
This translation is, I think, not correct. The English translation not correct.
Okay.
In Tibet, the one sentence they have many different, multiple meanings included in this one word. First, here's the Chokjong. Chokjong meaning is 10 directions. 10 directions. The 10 directions spiritual gods. Okay? Here, Ne here. Ne meaning is honor. Honor.
Shortjong la the guardians go. Guardians la shortjongas. And then you say the four directions.
The four direction mari. Four direction no the yore. Because ne yes in us the four direction goes on. Here, Tibetan ne they translate four direction. Not talking about four direction here. Ne here 2 words. They make one. Ne, which ne the honor of your place. Honor of your place, which meaning is honor of your house, like this. This their spirit have how to say your house. Then give the honor of your area. Okay? Neda yibda 2 things here, not 4 directions. Here's guidance, the 10 directions already include the 4 directions. Don't need to separate Neda and the Yibda. Whose how to say, theory. Chirang ne la dapuja ni tang, chirang yordu dapuja ni te ni la yuri, ne da yibdasina. We have to offer dharma them, for them, okay? This is four directional, not say four direction into it. That sola dharma hone, karasego yoresena, korang sola te gang dubak. Te nang yinje. So su yi la gang dubak te, do yon lom ju, te nang yinje nga soka pa korang sola te ne. Tini tele tine korang so ga ngu yirang pe sem jibo chan. Kanda na nga so tangpo nyamlin sipu kapsu, nga so nyamlin sinking te tang ti sacha teni, pinchun tunpo zogo yore. Tunpo zogo yore. We practitioners make a very good make a very good connect area. Okay, that meaning. We should be very good relation and area. Also, this whoever belonged this building, who even belong this area, we have to make first very good connection for them, to them. That's why we have to offer the preliminary dharmas first. And then we were very smooth and very success as a practice. Whatever you practice. That's why every time we have preliminary dharmas offers first. Sometimes they have two different dharma offered. One is for general local deities, Kartor, that's called Kartor, white dharma sometimes. Then another dharma called red dharma is for obstacles, offered to obstacles. Some sadhana, they have two kind preliminary dharmas, but here is only one white dharma offered to the local deity, spirit, in this area. Okay? Okay, after that, here is Buddha Ngaedza, this mantra. That meaning is, Buddha Ngaedza meaning is obstacles. Go away, obstacles. Buddha meaning is obstacle. No ziriwa, no batoni. No batoni kario obstacles.
Abstractors.
Abstractors. Go away, abstractors. Buddha Ngaedza. You have to dharma through outside. Then you also think, they're happy, and then they got a lot of things. They rejoice. Then they go another place. You also have to think in mind this way. Okay, that's for a preliminary dharma. Yeah.
So the main purpose of the preliminary offering of dharma is to appeases or pleases those deity and harmful spirits as per their desired. So when you make that initial dharma offering, and then you do it by declaring that all those obstructors or harmful spirits being get rid of or being abandoned. And so that is the preliminary trauma offering. And then with that, you have created a conducive atmosphere to to pave way for your next practice or next and preach whatever you need to do. So it paves a smooth way to whatever you need to do for the next steps.
That tela yang ngaran so ki sem ke kunong de shiwa da yin pin sem ke kunong de ka jin bore ngaran so mene pin sem ke koni ji san chu sem ke koni de da wa ji me pa se de da ji hwa se ne korang so to ya yo ba de yang pin sem yin pin ke lo ke de ne ba no yun tin ri do de ma to o ta pe obstacles go away obstacles the labdi take dancing dog nga khosol ma ga khoson ro sa je yin pha jo ro dancing dog go ni lamna ta te na yi cha thu go yo ma re ti na yi cha thu ya te nga zo pin sing go ni yin pe san chok sing go ni lang ne te na go to ma te ge yo sa ne te se na te khosol ngo ne tho go yo ro nga zu dancing da ji khosol ma ga ne ji te ge yo pha jo ro ji lan khosol tho ko yo ma re ta pa che si thu ko ma re te ka.
So when you are driving away the harmful spirits, you do so with a kind, good motivations, and not with bad intent. So that's important. It's a way of generating bodhicitta, and also thinking mainly for their own benefit, for their own advantage, that you do so, and that's also important.
We offer Dharma to them, they will receive whatever they want. Why? Because we have a very bodhicitta motivation. And then on top of that, saying mantra in the thinking, visualization things, that's their reason. If we don't have very good intention and motivation, probably they're not well received. Or if not received offering things, then they're not fair for their mind. They're not, because everything is in our motivation, good motivation. If we only think, oh, I don't like obstacles, I wish they'll go away. Cannot go away. No, that's not enough. If we are really good heart for them, then they will. Naturally, that's the. Then don't you a malarepa? Malarepa kong tapona na yode pekaps jewa. Nima chela kong te slola ma pepe kaps ya yon te tapona na te donde kashe yorba. Donde kashe yorba. Te kong tambo te sarka te se she ne te kong ta pa jobo te so pa slola no tapshin do serba. Slow ro tapshin do danghan do ngan do dareba. Koson do yo mare. Te ma te donde te manu do re. Tini malare ba ko sam nyin je gom re ba. To ni ke ta wa gom re ba. To ni ke ta wa da sam nyin je gom balatine. Tini ko donde te so disappear do. Slow and do so ba. Tini do yo ba. Tini ti pa.
There's a story about Malarepa. Once when he left his meditation cave, and when he returns, he saw there are many fearful spirits awaiting him, and he tried to evade them as he enters the cave. and more of them become those spirits become more fatful, and they are become more harmful in a way. And then Milarepa started to meditate on emptiness and Bodhisattva, and so as he does, then he see those spirits slowly appears in front of him, and that's how he managed to deal with such issues.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the next is the Sungkogong visual protection. After offer the preliminary Dharma, Dharma offer outside, then here I manifest as the exalted lady, which is Vaitara. The radiance from my heart shine forth throughout the 10 directions, becoming an invisible sphere of protection. Yeah, we have to think like this. That the Sungko Gongs, the Sungko te am drupta pachi sula yongo yore, the Sungko te ja chenpo chunju man, the Kambanjan the Jao Maimba, Hata ja chenpo tenji, the Marang Tokako, the Tine, the Nisungko ja chenpo, the Sagong Yamro. The Chasong, the Tine, the Nislonis, no Bakang answer, Party Tamata, the Chasong, and they got data some Gojitan. Tinengano, the Parchim Jung, Tinder, Gopajim Sinter Yoris.
Gomsa di jurisdict content Gomgure.
Tangarang Tambo, drama Gongorva, Marang drama Yensam, drama Tukane wasn't one, still was the Songo Chasong Santa Song.
So when we meditate on Tara, we have to visualize that. That ourself is the Tara, and so the radiance from our hearts shines forth for all directions, and so we ourselves become an invisible, something undefeatable. We built a very fortify ourselves. With a strong sphere of protections around us. So that's the way we meditate and visualize ourselves.
Yeah, that's sphere of protection is not small like this burden. It's vast, very huge. They're round like egg, you know. You have to think this. Okay, then. After that, we have to do the 7 branch practices, which is prostration, offering, confession, all this kind, seven branch practices. But before that, we have to have object of seven branch practices. That's why here say again white lights radiate to the Buddha fear of the 10 direction and become an invitation to the transcend conquers Buddha and Bodhisattva. That's the 7 branch practice, object of 7 branch practice. First you have to again your heart radiate white light, then white Tara and many Bodhisattvas, Buddha Bodhisattvas in front of you, thing like this. Then have to do seven branch practice. Okay. What are seven branch? What are there? Can you? Or maybe you tell me?
Seven branch.
Uh-huh.
Frustration.
Uh-huh.
Worry, depression, rejoicing.
Oh.
Requesting to turn the wheel of Dharma.
Yes.
Requesting not to pass into Nirvana.
Yes.
Meditation.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Correct. Those seven. That's called seven branch practices. We do all accumulate merit and purify negativities through this seven branching practice. Okay, that's why we're doing here seven branch practices. That's still in preliminaries, not the main part yet. The offering dharma, protection, visualizing, protection field. They're doing seven branch practice. Was all it's preliminary. It's still in preliminary. Okay. After that, here's the field of accumulation dissolve into me. Okay, understand? After we made seven branch practice, then the object of seven branch did like the refuge tree in front of me. That's dissolved me. Okay. Let's in ma chilo samya tikola samno tang gomja. Yang tinima lo tendres in yamlese goyore. Temato machara lo yabaka sama yong tukumarwa. Tinga to tanta dandogana yamlese picapsu matama lo yorwa. Tangunes in a rana so in chimney yamlese picapsu. Really gente. There's a lot tikala tundaticola samno tandres de tendres in rogo.
Actually, it is best that when you read each statement and then contemplate on it and try to reflect and contemplate, and then that's the best practice. But usually in a prayer, people don't contemplate much, and they just started on reciting one after another with a little reflection and contemplation. But reflecting, contemplating, and then try to digest the meanings and the practice from each of these statements is really a good way to start.
Yeah. In your home, the practice, any kind actually practice, first you have to step by step. Read first part, then start thinking, imagine the meaning of that. And then you look next step. For example, the protection, read protection part, then imagine, visualizing the meaning of that. Then inviting accumulation merit, object of accumulation merit, myself is Vaitara, the Vedit, inviting Vaitara surrounding Buddha, Bodhisattvas in front of you, thinking this, then do seven branch practice one by one. After that, the object of seven branch, the deities dissolve you, step by step. Usually we do in together practice, group practice, just read. That's according to you know very well. After you know very good, then you do like this. Okay? Understand? Oh yeah, that teaching in there in the one. After the field of accumulation dissolved to me, then we have to make the four measurable. 재미있게 걸 때서 삼는 당고요래. 그 책배 뇨뇨리데. 르탑배 통통으로 되나데 책 뇨뇨배 통통지는 동다만 본도서. 재미있게 걸 때서 삼는 돈. 양대야 때서 대고요래. 재미있게 걸. 삼바 닌제가 왔다는 재미있게 로장당 지역는 요래. 담다 요래. 근데 때 다녀와이나 되나 재미있게 걸어 삼는 다야 대리샤.
재미있게 가르치는 거예요.
삼바, 삼바당, 삼바 재미바, 닌제 재미바, 가와 재미바, 다뇽 재미바시 이해요래와.
So it's important to meditate on the four immeasurable things, which are compassion, kindness, 신반이 가르치고.
Samba ninja gawa.
Rejoice.
Dangyong.
And contentment.
Economy. What's
equanimity?
Equanimity, yeah.
Equanimity,
yeah. Okay. Think about this for measurable for a while. Okay? That's all preliminary. After that, then main part. Main part, okay? Here, from within the continuity of emptiness, start there, then main part. 동방강 레스 쟁도와 동방강 레스 고조는 다 라공고요래 예담 나랑 라공 봉원도 나랑 담보티 디 야레 강나서 봉고르와 드니존데 다 무이야 예담 공바스 되는 고조요래.
So the main part starts from here. 특히 효과가 가는 예рет고.
From within the continuity of emptiness appeared from here, okay? Then the main part. I taught before. Before I visualize the deity, also have to think emptiness. Within the emptiness, then arise deities form or the palace, whatever. First, to think emptiness, empty by nature. Without the empty, we can't visualize. You know this. We sit in this house cannot build another palace in this house. Similar. First, best is you have to know whole reality of whole phenomena, just empty. If you don't know, but still you have to think, imagine. Everything is disappear, it becomes empty. No more this building empty. Just like smoke disappears in the sky. Same way, everything has become empty. And empty, then you have to start to visualize. Visualize first this area is nice place, like the Pure Land according here. Nice place, in the nice place, nice area. Then you have to think, visualize it's palace, mandala, Taras mandala, beautiful bird in the center of the palace. Then you have to visualize this throne, and the throne you have to think syllable, which is white thumb. Then thumb first the radiate lights. These lights become offering things, offered to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, 10 directions. Then like gather back to the thumb syllable. That times gather back whole Buddha's blessing and the compassion to white thumb. Then they did again. Second, they did white light to the 6 gems. Just sunshine to everywhere. Second, they did light. That's purifies all negativities, every being. Okay? 2 times. First offer, gather back, Buddha's compassion and blessing to what? The syllable. Then second, lights go everywhere. The second light purifies all sentient beings, negativities. After that, then the syllable, white thumb, is transformed. Actually, this syllable is nature of inseparable nature of our mind. Okay, this actually our mind, inseparable. It's Tara's mind. After 2 times they did the light, then the syllables transformed to Tara, white Tara. That time actually, myself as Tara there. Tara. Then how looks like a Tara here? So, and you also have this picture. Look this. Tendalam na kosada. Oh yeah. Okay. This practice, they have 2 parts. 2 parts reciting mantra. First is generating myself, the deity. And the second part, in front, visualizing in front of deity. There's 2 different parts. Now, first is visualizing Tara, myself. Okay? Okay, then here, page 4, bottom of page 40 is here, or here, 40 English is top of page 41. Here's from a white thumb syllable into the center of the heart. Light radiate, inviting the wisdom being. What is wisdom being? Wisdom being is real Tara. Okay? Now we are just visualizing, imagine, thinking ourselves as Tara's form. After that, you have to think, I am Tara's form, the heart of my, they have ready to let go. The Pure Land, wherever Taras live, inviting, real Tara. Okay? It's like inviting white Tara. Inviting white Tara, then the Tara dissolves myself. The mix visualization form and real forms mixed together. Now become real. Thing like this, okay? Myself together with the empowerment deities from the realm of Akanisha, empowerment of non-dual union, or here's many different meanings mixed together. Okay. First, wisdom, real deities, inviting and dissolve to me, myself has become real Tara. Okay. Then you have to again invite in the empowerment deities, which is 5 Buddha families. Okay? First, wisdom means dissolved to you. Then again, and your heart radiate red lights. Okay? That's like inviting 5 Buddha family. 5 Buddha family in front of you. That's called empowerment deities. Actually, 5 Buddha family and 5 female Buddhas together come to in front of you. Then, not say in this text, but you should do you think supplicate for empowerment in your mind, okay? Supplicate for empowerment. Then 5 Buddha families holding with give to you empowerment. Okay? Here, why here say Abhishekata Samashihong? He only said this. That meaning is giving empowerment. Here, Zahong Pangho. Zahong Pangho meaning is yourself Tara and real Tara is mixed together. Okay, Zahong Pangho, mixed together. After that, Abhishekata Samashihong. That meaning is you have to invite in empowerment deity, you have to supplicate for empowerment, then 5 Buddha families given to you empowerment. Abhishekata Samashihong, that meaning. Here, hidden the many meanings, not clear, okay? You have to do this. 5 Buddha families did waste water onto your crown. Did. Your body's nectar did filled up. Then the flow here, water. That's become Amitabha. Okay? This water. Understand? Because the Tara above they have the Tara crown, they have Amitabha. Okay? Amitabha. Given empowerment for nectar, fill out your body, fill out, flow out. That's become Amitabha. Okay, you think this. Okay, understand? Somebody tell me what?
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
Zahong Ban Ho.
Oh.
Is it beneficial? Is it helpful to remember Zahong Ban Ho?
Yes. Zahong Ban Ho, there's different place. They have different the mudas. Here, za, hong, bang, ho, like this. Because this deity is dissolved in myself. That time, ho's you have to do inside. Za, hong, bang, ho. Sometimes za, hong, bang, ho, this is outside. You sometimes inviting the deity dissolved in front of you. That time you have to do like this. Little bit different, okay? Zahong Bang. What means Zahong Bang? Actually, for a measurable. For a measurable. Because you have a for a measurable, then you already mix the deity's mind to you. That's why, if you have really the for measurable and your mind, you have for measure mind, that's already mixed Buddha's mind and your mind. Here also we remind the for measure, love and kindness, samba, compassion, Gavats, enjoy economity. If you have this thing, it's almost unseparate the Taras mind and your mind. Okay. Oh, time's on. Then this practice have very special the visualization, and that's why this called the wish granting chakra. Wish granting chakra. Chakra meaning is during the mantra recitation you have to visualization the chakra, very complicated one, chakra in your heart. That's here. In the heart center of the transcendent conqueror. Transcendent conqueror's meaning is yourself. Now, okay? Myself, Tara. My heart. My heart. White veil. White veil, color. It spoke here, like this. They don't have the outside things, only in the center, this view. Not like this, like this. Okay? Center, they have seed syllable, thumb, white thumb. And right side and left side, they have two syllables, Om and Ha. The other tradition, the Om and the Ha is go the front of seed syllable and behind. Okay? But this tradition, the right and left, the Om and the Ha. The center, white thumb. The outside, the white syllable, you have to think Ayun Jana Punye Putin Guru. Okay? Between Om and seed syllable, between Ha and seed syllable, surround Ayurjana Penye Guru. Okay? Then the wet view, they have 8 spokes, right? Here. Each spoke, under each spoke they have a syllables, which is ta, re, tu, re, so. 8. Usually they have 10 syllables, this mantra. Om ta, re, tu, re, so, ha. But now, the first one and last one, they move to the right and left, the white thumb, become the 8. The 8th syllable is ta, re, tu, re, so. That on each spoke. Okay?
Is this the illustration on page 56?
Yeah, that's a little bit, they have a mistake in this view.
Is that idea?
Oh. Idea, yeah. But this one, well, not really correct. Where's this?
56.
56. Yeah, idea, but it's not very correct. Okay, they have a few different parts. First, you visualize like this. Then after that, they come in more. They do the outside. There are 3 circles. First, a, e, u, they go clockwise. What is this way? Counterclockwise. Okay. This first ones go this way, okay? Counterclockwise. Then, this go this way. The Yedama also go this way. Okay? But here, not like say this, it's a little bit. This one's not correct. First, a, e, u is counterclockwise. Oh no. Yeah, this way. First one is Yungkor. Clockwise, right? Counterclockwise. Okay, yeah. First one go this way. Second one and the third one both go clockwise, okay? That's a lot of things going same time. But you first do the visualize the chakra, the view, then 6 syllable inside the center 6 syllable, then 2 Om and Ha, left and right, then longevity mantra. That's longevity. Ayurjana Penye Guru is surrounded in this syllable. First do these things. We just only do this part. This part. Then they go on to the radiate light outside. Then the light bring back whole Buddha's blessing and energy, especially this is longevity energies bring back, dissolve through these syllables and the will. Thinking this. After that, you edit 3 circle mantras. Okay? This is so many details, very a little bit difficult if you do same time whole things. You slowly, if you practice more often, then you can do later. First, you don't need to worry, but you can do whole things at the same time. That's normal. Okay. Okay. You have any questions?
So when you say the first one is counterclockwise,
yeah.
so that the letters are counterclockwise, but it spins clockwise?
No.
The letters are or it spins clockwise?
Yeah.
It spins this way.
Clockwise. The first one is white color. They have light white color. Second one is not light, pink color. Third one also white color. The lights, they are lights. Then sometimes here in White Tiger mantras, Mama Ayunjana, Mama meaning is myself. Some tradition, if you're doing for somebody or for you're doing for your guru and someone else, that time edit the last name, their last name. You don't need to say Mama. They edit this. Whoever you're going to do the practice, edit the name of themselves. But some traditions say it doesn't need, because Mama is for everyone. Anybody, could be anybody's. Mama meaning is could be anybody. So you don't need to change the words. You keep the same mantra. Only change and your motivation and visualization. That's one. But some traditions the word also change. Maybe you know that this practice is doing for long life. His Holiness Dalai Lama, that time edit his long name, his long name is edit inside this mantra. Ngawang Lobzang, Kongsin Rinpo Yura, the Chatang Dal Ziten, Dogundwa. Mama is Juteta, Jitang Drupapurang, Drupapu. Any young Chedosena take a mind that I joke or Lapendo. Take you to young the Sanskrit is in the joke or Lapendo. The tongue take my imba, Sanskrit. For example, Fongkachin Rinpoche, for example, his name is Rana Dwanza, Kuncho Jamse, Rana Dwanza. In this case, Om Tare Tutare Ture, Rana Dwanza, Ayunjana Pin Patenkura Soha, like this. If you want to edit his name, not ordinary. You have to change your name, change to Sanskrit. Okay? Kuncho Jamsing is Tibetan, his name. That's in Sanskrit, Rana Dwanza. It's mantra. Mantra is Sanskrit, not ordinary words, not Tibetan. That's why it should be changed to in Sanskrit. Okay? What's your name?
My first name?
Oh.
In English?
Yeah.
Lance.
You have a Dharma name?
Pema Turja.
Pema Turja. Oh. Pema Turja should be. Pema is Pema in Sanskrit or Pema Vajra. Pema Vajra. Pema Vajra. Okay, yeah. Okay?
When we're visualizing this, when we're visualizing the wheel, we still visualize ourselves as Tara, correct?
Oh, yes.
And then we're looking at Tara like we would, like I'm looking at Lama Thupten, and she has the wheel, and we're looking at the wheel basically at her heart center. Like, we're Tara, and then we're visualizing Tara, and we're visualizing the wheel.
Oh, during the self-generation, just focus to yourself.
Okay.
That time they don't have influence.
Okay.
You're totally focused to yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
So the wheel is going to be at our heart.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just, there's a lot of directions.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's
Yeah. Okay, now we stop here. Okay, stop here. Then afternoon start to practice. Also, you have any questions, you can discuss that later. Okay.
So we come back at 1:30, 2 o'clock.
What in schedule say?
Schedule 2.
2. Yeah, 2 o'clock. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Okay.
And we have lunch, family lunch. Thank you.
야뿐이네 학원으로도. 네네네. 츠 참아 신된 거도. 츠든서. 제 츠든 년가인데 쿠란스 츠드 코드디안 쿠란스 그때 신으로. 만수야지 고르 디토네야 츠드 한 먹을래 티강한도. 네네 티강. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
So now we found the translator. Very good.
Very good.
You have to. The more you, only when there are few words that you couldn't figure out, and then people jump.
Yeah.
I heard that. I heard there's a mix between the script.
Yes.